expand at this point, but he still has those 3 bases, I believe. That inside 11 o'clock, that 1 o'clock, and that 10 o'clock still mining. Iris still trying to take a 4th base to continue this up. Still running vultures all over the place. The fact that he has so many vultures really speaks volumes. Now a small recall going to come in. Just Dragoon's going to go around alongside an Observer apparently. Just going to go around, try to clear those mines positioning. Observer gets taken out, but the Dragoons are still going to continue downwards. And they have range, of course, so they are going to be able to range some of those SCVs. Vultures coming in to help support, but these Dragoons are still going to be able to handle this. Goliath and tanks also moving in. So these Dragoons are eventually going to get cleared up. And mines going off. Oh, one Dragoon takes all the mines just to help clear the position. Bisu just sacrificing a wounded Dragoon to help him in the long run. Still has a bunch of Dragoons going around trying to clear some mines. Don't have Observer support. So Bisu definitely should be careful of how he matches. Finding Observer support to help those Dragoons against those mines. Cannoning up at the 10 o'clock position. Should really put down another pylon though, because only one heavily damaged pylon helping him over there. Iris just pretty much mined up all over the map. Gonna go around, try to attack some of these cannons. Pylon heavily damaged. The vultures in huge amounts. Zealots and Dragoons running in. A lot of the mines doing damage to them, but not really enough. Iris still trying to be very harassing, but not really managed to get into the probe line. Only a couple of vultures left. Cannons did their job of delaying here. Iris still producing a lot of vultures, trying to hold Bisu off, trying to get his macro going, just trying to be defensive at this point, while also being aggressive, as he really likes to be, building up a tank number. Let's see. I don't see his armory spinning either, so we're going to see if he's still stuck at 2-2. While Bisu already has a huge force. He's cleared that middle position by taking one down. That one Zelnaga temple going to go right down. EMP goes off on the Arbiters, so that's going to help out. No stasis is going to be coming from these Arbiters, but still a lot of force coming right down here. Once this does go off, hit a couple of cans. There are more cans in the position alongside Goliath. One stasis goes off, hits all the vultures. The no mines going to be able to be there. No vultures to block in. More vultures coming and try to act as a blockade, but those stasis vultures not really helping out. Zealots are moving in very close. Dragoons also alongside. There's a huge clump of tanks still being able to siege up because no stasis coming in for those Dragoons. Coming right north, and Iris is going to be forced to pull up this command center. SCVs desperately trying to give their lives to repair it, make sure Iris does not lose this command center, but all the SCVs are going to be killed. Those Dragoon tanks are finally moving up, and the see with Iris actually managed to save. AMP goes off the Dragoons, but he is going to lose this command center, though, despite the fact that he's going to be able to clear the position with these tanks are finally running up. Bisu's still in an economically superior position. Now I need a freaking drink of water. Oh, man. Dragoon's going to run up right north. 2 of them almost dead. The other 2 dead. Bisu now going to expand at 2 o'clock. Well, Iris is going to try to rebuild, but I got to say he's still in a rather bad position. Bisu has been mining on more bases throughout the entire map, actually getting a High Templar on the field now, so he's going to be able to storm those huge clumps. If it had a High Templar or 2 during that last battle, he would have been able to storm those huge clumps of tanks. Iris is actually going to move upwards now with a bunch of tanks, several vultures. He's going to be going aggressive this time. Actually going to move towards this inside 11 o'clock. And, Science was into support. Goons first, High Templar, Zealots, and Dragoons at the north ready to meet this, though. Okay, let's see. Cannon goes down. Next is going to be in jeopardy. We're going to see Bisu actually not running to defend, actually running all of his forces right down. Most likely to counterattack, try to take Iris's bases down. Iris, I'm not really seeing much in the way of mining for him. His main should be dead at this point. His natural expansion lacking. Now can actually block off those forces as they run north, trying to go for a pincher. Bisu trying to go for a pincher here. There are tanks. Stasis goes off on the tanks. The vultures did manage to put out a lot of mines, but I think those mines are going to be cleared up. EMP goes off on the Arbiter before it managed to do too much. One storm goes off, doesn't hit too much, but Bisu did send several of the forces there at the inside on the clock. It's going to start to do some damage there. Still some Science will try and run around, trying to do some support. High Templar are, of course, being a pain, storming all over the place. Tanks in positions, also running again towards the 10 o'clock position of Bisu. Is going to siege up, try to take advantage of the position there. I think still Iris is running behind, doesn't have quite the macro, still doing a valiant job, damn strong job of harassing Bisu all over the place, trying to establish some sort of macro, even distance mining at this point. Scans off all over the place, trying to put down mines and anything to prevent Bisu from storming his forces. He's trying to harass Bisu's bases. Doesn't really have much in the way. Tanks there. SCV is out trying to EMP those Arbiters. Arbiters not getting off any stasis, so I assume they're EMP, but tanks are going to kicked off. Shuttle there, most likely. Zealots inside. Shuttle going to go down, though, to those Arbiters. And weapons 3, armor 3 for Iris now. Although he does get, unfortunately, gets his tank stays there at the 10 o'clock position, trying to harass that base, and still moving forces up. Or is that 3-3? I believe that's 3-3. Still has forces all over the place. Bisu again going to move towards the inside along the clock. Oh man, the command center is so heavily damaged. It's going to go down. Most likely, yeah, it is going to go down. CV's going to be forced to run back. And Iris at this point is going to be desperate for a base. There is a highlight at the 4 o'clock, but I'm not quite sure if you put a base down there. Kind of, when the minerals are teal on the minimap and the bases and the force of teal, not in a good position. But now Iris actually moved towards the natural expansion. Vultures and a bunch of tanks moving down. He did actually take out the base on 10 o'clock. So we're going to see what Bisu managed to do here. Natural expansion here going to be jeopardized. One storm going off, not managing to hit anything. It's like going for the mines. They're actually probes with help of Arbor is going to attack a tank at the 10 o'clock base that it did go down. Iris is actually going to go for the production here as a bunch of tanks and go all in. He really needs more support though. Just tanks at the front. Scan goes off, taking out all these degrees. Not even siege, just running in right in. For Zealot's going to be in there to meet him. Several tanks siege, but a bunch of other tanks unsiege. Science is in there, but almost gets taken out with all the forces coming in from Bisu. Are actually going to take it down just as they run up. Bisu has taken the 2 o'clock base. It is mining for him, so he's still managing to keep up this constant production while Iris is actually going to be moving towards this main of Bisu. Going to start taking out the gateways. Even more force to reinforce. Bisu at this point doesn't have the allowance to, or the way to really make his forces run inside of Iris' bases now. Forces also going to be running towards the upper right-hand position. And GG coming in from Bisu. Oh my freaking god. Bisu actually GG's to Iris. Iris going full-on aggression with a freaking wall of tanks. Bisu, despite taking down Iris, holding him back micro-wise throughout the entire time, getting way too many of his forces killed in the process, and just does not manage to keep up eventually. Then once he allowed Iris to freely go around and start destroying some of his bases while not countering perfectly or too well, still believe Bisu had a chance. I just believe he wasted it. Iris with a beautiful game. Beautiful game there. Wow. Oh, somebody just somehow manages to win these. Jeez. I don't know how the heck he manages. Oh, boy. Mind-blowing, I gotta say. Absolutely mind-blowing. Felt Bisu was at a big advantage throughout the entire time. Several bases over Iris. I believe Iris should have had the base at the 4 o'clock. I just might have missed it. If he did, they never showed it. And if he did, then Iris was in a pretty good position the entire time. Kind of hard to tell when when it's the way it was. But if Iris did have a mining base there, then he definitely was in a much better position than I thought he was. Because throughout the entire game, he still managed to keep up production of tanks. I definitely thought at one point in the game, he was only building vultures, not really much in the way of tanks or Goliaths, because he most likely was not getting as much gas as he wanted to. But then, all of a sudden, a huge number of clumps of tanks come out of nowhere. Most likely, if he took that 4 o'clock base, I'm going to have to go back and watch that, just to check if he actually did. But Iris managed to pull off with a huge attack of tanks and vultures throughout the entire game, despite the fact that all of his vultures were getting killed left and right. Still managed to mine up the entire base, keeping Bisu on his toes, getting a bunch of random forces killed, and sacrificing vultures to just constantly keep Bisu off guard. Beautiful game by Iris. Bisu just not managing to handle the pressure. But still only one victory away at this point for Iris. But I still think if there's anybody, Bisu can get back into this and win. So that's the third set, guys. GG, guys. Ranchin out, and hope you enjoyed, and thanks for listening. And man, am I looking forward to seeing what happens here. This is insane. Woot.